Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something really powerful, how you can get so much better at English without having to carve out these huge, intimidating blocks of time to study. We're going to look at how these tiny little habits done every day can make a massive, massive difference. All right, let's jump in. So, does this look familiar? You really want to improve. You do. But the thought of sitting down with a pile of textbooks for hours, it just feels exhausting, right? Maybe it even feels impossible with your schedule. That feeling is super common, and honestly, it's what stops most of us before we even get started. And that leads us right into our first big idea, which I kind of call the study trap. This is this belief we all have that the only way to make real progress is to lock yourself in a room for these long, intense study sessions. But what if that idea is actually the very thing that's holding you back? Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the old way, hours of study. You try to cram for 3 hours maybe once a week. What happens? You get burned out and you forget half of it by the next day. But on the right, you've got daily habits. We're talking short, easy, consistent actions every single day. That path is way more manageable, way less stressful, and believe it or not, it's so much more effective in the long run. Okay, so if those long study sessions are the trap, how do you get out? Well, that brings us to the real secret sauce here, the magic of the daily habit. And here it is. This is the big takeaway. It is not about how long you study. It's about how often you connect with the language. These small daily actions, they start to stack up. It's like a compounding effect, building your skills little by little, day after day, until one day you look back and realize, wow, you've built something incredibly strong. All right, so let's get super practical. Theory is great, but what does this actually look like in your day-to-day life? Let's build a super simple, totally effortless English routine that you can literally start tomorrow. So picture this. It's the morning, you're having your coffee or tea, just read one short news article in English, or maybe just a couple of pages from a book. That's it. You're not trying to finish the book in a week, you're just getting that little bit of English contact first thing in the morning. Then, in the afternoon, maybe you're walking to the store, driving somewhere, or on a bus. You're already spending that time, right? So instead of just listening to music, pop on an English podcast. You're turning dead time into productive, effortless learning time. And then, to wrap up the day, right before bed, just take 2 minutes and write a couple of sentences about your day. In English, of course. It could be as simple as, today was busy, I ate pizza for dinner. It sounds small, but it forces you to actively use the language, and that's huge for making things stick. Oh, and this one is brilliant because it's completely passive. Just go into your settings and change your phone's language to English. All of a sudden, you're seeing words like settings, messages, and clock dozens of times a day. You are literally absorbing new vocabulary without even trying. And now we get to my favorite part. Who on earth said learning has to feel like a chore? Let's talk about how you can weave English into your fun time, your downtime, and actually enjoy the process. Seriously, this is where the magic is. Instead of watching that TV show dubbed in your own language, try watching it in English, maybe with subtitles on. Start actually listening to the lyrics of those English songs you love. If you play video games, just switch the language settings. You're attaching English to things you already enjoy, which makes your brain want to learn it. And what this all boils down to is a process called natural learning. Think about it. This is how we all learned our first language as kids, not from grammar books, but just by being surrounded by it, by hearing it, and by using it in fun, everyday situations. You're not studying, you're just living with the language. Okay, so let's pull all of this together with one final, super powerful rule. This is the one that's going to save you on those days when you just don't feel motivated at all. Just 10 minutes. That's it. That's the rule. On days when you are tired, you're busy, you feel like you have no time, just promise yourself 10 minutes. Read for 10 minutes. Listen to a podcast for 10 minutes. Write one sentence. 10 minutes a day is so much better than 0. It keeps the chain going. It keeps the habit alive. And please remember this. Every tiny step you take, every 10-minute session, every song you listen to, it all adds up. These are not just random, disconnected actions. They are the bricks you're using to build your fluency. Step by step, you're building something really strong and really impressive. So as we wrap up, I'm just going to leave you with this one simple question. Don't worry about some giant, perfect study plan. Just think about one small thing you heard today that you could actually do. What is one small English habit you're going to start today?